Bide the Wiccan laws we must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Live and let live, fairly take and fairly give. Cast the circle thrice about, to keep the evil spirits out. To bind the spell every time, let the spell be spake in rhyme. Soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much. Do you still go by the waxing moon, chanting out the witch's rune? Widdershins go by the waning moon, chanting the baneful rune. When the lady's moon is new, kiss the hand to her times two. When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek. Heed the north wind's mighty gale, lock the door and drop the sail. When the wind comes, love will kiss thee on the mouth. When the wind blows from the west, departed souls will have no rest. When the wind blows from the east, expect the new and set the feast. 9 woods in the cauldron go, burn them fast and burn them slow. Elder be the lady's tree, burn it not, or cursed you'll be. When the wheel begins to turn, let the Beltane fires burn. When the wheel has turned to Yule, light the log, the god now rules. Heed ye flowers, blessed be ye. Where the rippling waters go, cast a stone and truth you'll know. When ye have a true need, hearken not to others' greed. With a fool no season spend, lest ye be counted as his friend. Merry meet and merry part, bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Mind the threefold law we should, 3 times bad and 3 times good. When misfortune is enow, wear the blue star on thy brow. True in love ever be, lest thy lover be false to thee. These 8 words this reed fulfill, and ye harm none, do what thou will. Divine magic is a subject that is close to my heart. So in the formal curriculum that I'm accustomed to doing, I'll be writing this freestyle. There are many books that can be purchased and studied about witchcraft, so I'm just going to share my personal views. I am very informal in my practice, and I encourage you not to take any kind of religious practice too seriously, so as not to run the risk of becoming indoctrinated. Magic is about communing with the ever-present creative forces that govern everything in the realm of form. Divine magic is not about commanding anything or exercising powers over anyone. Harmony with the natural laws and rhythms that permeate and pervade all of creation. It's about remembering and calling forth our divine birthright as creators. Many view magic as heretical. The following definition was generated by Google's AI when I searched origin and meaning of heretic. Heresy. Quote, the word heretic has multiple meanings. Noun, a person who holds religious beliefs that differ from the church's, rejects church doctrines, or doesn't conform to an established. Adjective, heretical. The word comes from the Greek word heretikos, which means able to choose. It was first recorded in Middle English between 1300 and 1350, and the earliest evidence of its use is from around 1330 in the writing of Robert Manning, a poet and historian. I'm comfortable with the word because it shares a meaning with the term free will. I do not believe that heresy and divinity are mutually exclusive. We were divinely bestowed the gift of free will and should exercise it with gratitude and reverence. In the same way our holy parents never violate our free will, it is of vital importance to honor this principle in the practice of magic. To violate this principle leaves you vulnerable to the violation of your free will by another. It is my personal policy to always set forth the intention that my magical workings are in harmony with divine will, and that my intentions, decrees, and declarations go forth for the greatest of all good and the greatest good of all. I perform my magic in the name of who I am, affirming that I am one with all that is. I very rarely practice ritual magic. I prefer to be more intimate with Goddess, and so I like to bring magic by incorporating it into my everyday life. I like to engage in ongoing dialogue. When I remember to give thanks for divine guidance and assistance in every aspect and area of my life and affairs, I am consistently astonished at how magical every moment becomes. I'm intimate and reverent as I invite and invoke Holy Spirit into my earthly experience. Sometimes I ask to physically feel the sensation of her presence in my midst. This brings me closer to the ecstatic sensation required to most effectively work magic. Although I rarely engage in ritual and strongly encourage you to operate in whatever manner is most comfortable for you, I do feel that it's important to allow your focus to be more on the communion with the divinity within you than on any particular out. This helps us to viscerally experience and intuitively understand our union with the creative principle that permeates all of creation. I'm including the following basics as building blocks for you to find your own magical method. Experiment your own magical method. Experiment. Be playful. Have fun. As long as you're operating in integrity and with love, you can't go wrong. Relax and talk to prima matera, primal matter, first mother, as you would a best friend. One thing that radiant substance can only be commanded by love. So if you want to be effective, operate from your heart space. It is no coincidence that our hands extend from the space between our head and our heart. Practices and principles of divine magic. Attunement, understanding and aligning with the natural cycles of the moon, sun, and seasons enhances the effectiveness of your magical workings. Sacred space and ritual tools. Creating a sacred space, casting a circle, and using tools such as athames, wands, chalices, and pentacles to focus energy and intention. Visualization and intention. Clear visualization, strong ecstatic sensation, and positive intentions are key to manifesting desired outcomes. Invocation and I am very cautious about working with any entities or forces that I'm not familiar with. I pretty much stick with the invocation of Goddess, Holy Spirit, the guardians of the watchtowers, and my angelic guides. I evoke my higher self and inner wisdom to bear witness to my magical work and to serve as anchors between the world of the formless and the world of form. Utilizing symbols, colors, herbs, crystals, and other correspondences that resonate with your intentions can amplify your magic. Goddess likes pretty things, so feel free to incorporate anything sparkly, shiny, or beautiful if you feel so impelled. If you are practicing ritual magic, you'll want to consecrate your tools before using them. You can do this in a number of ways. Perhaps simply Google consecrating magical tools for inspiration and let your intuition guide you from there. Sanctity of the sacred. I currently do not have a divine counterpart with whom to practice Hieros Gamos, which means the highest marriage, uh, high magic. Hieros Gamos, high magic. Therefore, until I am equally yoked in sacred union with my masculine counterpart, I practice solitary magic. I feel that working with a coven carries the risk of polluting the magic with the intentions of others over whom I have no control. I practice divine magic responsibly with an awareness of the threefold law: karma, cause and effect, natural consequences, etc., and always striving to harm toward none. I've spent a little over the practice of magic. I made the commitment to surrender my will to divine will because I did not trust myself to operate in integrity due to the intensity of of the desire I felt for a specific outcome. This was a way of protecting myself and other people that would have been impacted by my magical work. The best way to protect yourself from dark magic is to refrain from practicing dark magic. If you aren't sure of your intentions, it would be safest to not engage in magical work. If there is any confusion around dark magic I find the best definition is anything that violates the free will of another can be considered dark magic. If it involves the invocation of demons or the sacrifice of life, it is not divine magic or witchcraft, but Satanism. In closing, divine magic is a profound and sacred art that assists us to consciously co-create with the creators. In the practice of magic, we are not worshiping anything outside of ourselves, but we are bringing the totality of who we are into the now moment to work in accordance with the divine. By honoring our free will and the free will of others, aligning with natural laws, and acting with integrity, we can manifest our highest intentions and contribute to the greater good in harmony with divine will. Remember, you are endowed with the ability to shape your reality. Approach your magical practices with reverence, love, joy, peace, confidence, and wisdom, and you will discover the divine magic that you are. In the name of who I am, and I am one with all that is, I give thanks that any and all trickery and deception around the request of this video be revealed for all to see, and that every weapon formed against me can only ever prosper me powerfully. By all the power of 3 times 3, in perfect love and unity, this spell bound round be. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, and so it is.